WON YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out.
Holy cow, it's a hit. The Money Store does it again. Boy, when it comes to second mortgages and first mortgages, the Money Store has fixed rates. Low interest. Low monthly payment. And instant approval by phone to qualified borrowers. For a second or first mortgage, call the Money Store toll-free. Dial 1-800-221-9000. Find out how low our rates are today.
Coming to you from Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois, the Sox Baseball Network presents New York White Sox Baseball 17. Today, the defending New York White Sox, the world champions, will take on the Chicago Cubs in the final game of this 4-game series. 2 back in the Bronx and 2 here in Chicago. The series concludes today. The series belongs to the Sox, but they want to put the nail in the coffin as they look to sweep the Chicago Cubs here on the north side. The Cubs are coming out on the field, and let's take a look at their pitching matchup for both clubs between the Sox and the White Sox, the Sox and the Cubs. On the mound for Chicago will be John Lester, 303 with an ERA of 3.02. And on the mound for the Sox, the knuckleballer, Phil Niekro, 5-1 so far this year. Cash the manager, as you saw in the dugout, here's your 1 through 9 line. I got Pags, Mattingly, Winfield, Jackson, Hassey, Dawson, Brett, Sandberg, and Phil Niekro. On the mound, John Lester, as we told you, 3-3 with an ERA of 3.02. He's been in 8 games. This is his 9th of the season. 50.2 innings pitched, 46 hits surrendered, 11 walks surrendered, and has delivered 52 strikeouts. And a sold-out crowd here in Wrigley Field. The final game of this series between these two rivals. And leading off for the New York White Sox will be Mike Piarulo. Pags hitting at 360 so far with 14 home runs and 25 runs batted in. His on-base percentage at a .420 rate. Lester all set. And the first pitch of the ball game is hit high in the air, deep to right center. Kiss it goodbye, what a start. So long, farewell. Pags strikes again. Number 15 of the year, and just like that, on the first pitch of the ball game, the Sox have a 1-0 lead here on the north side of Chicago. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Mike Piarulo, this bud's for you. Man, oh man, what a start to that one. That one was a no-doubter. I'd like to see where that one landed. But it was gone the moment it left the bat. He stood at home plate for a long time. Here it is. Read 'em and weep. Right center, crush job. Way back there into the bleachers. So a 1-0 Sox lead, and about to be Preston Mattingly.
First baseman. Boomer.
So 1 pitch and 1 run just like that. Mattingly went deep twice. Been red hot in this series so far. And that's in the air deep to left field. Going back as the left fielder. He's right under this one. And he'll put it away for the first out of the ball game. Kyle Schwarber with the put away. Here's take a look at the Cubs defense, brought to you by Majestic. The outfield is Fowler, Schwarber, and Hayward. The infield is Zobrist, Rizzo, Russell, and Bryant. And catching the balls and strikes for Chicago, Miguel Montero, as Carlton Fisk has the day off. Here's Winfield hitting at 366 with 12 home runs and 31 runs batted. Hit a home run the opposite way in last night's ball game to right center. Just underway in Wrigley, 1-0 Sox on the Pags leadoff home run. 1-out pitch to Winfield, ground ball to third, picked up by Bryant, throws the first in time, 2 away.
Reggie Jackson.
Here's the red-hot Reggie Jackson hitting at 400 with 19 home runs and 48 runs batted in. What a night he had last night, a 3-homer night. And all of them were monster shots. So here he is with 2 outs and a run in, bases empty. And the pitch by Lester went too far, Reggie did, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Jackson. Lester set. And the 0-1. Line to right, but foul.
That's a foul ball.
And we'll do it again. Oh, 2 delivery. Went too far, strike 3, side retired. And up before, Mike Piarulo leads off the home run for the game with a first pitch home run. Bill the first, Sox 1, Cubs coming to bat. Look at the Cubs manager, and there's a look at the Cubs 1 through 9 lineup. You have Hayward, Bryant, Rizzo, Schwarber, Fowler, Russell, Montero, Zobrist, and John Lester. And on the mound for the Sox is the 5-1 Phil Niekro. Here's a look at his career total so far. And so far, so good. So while Niekro finish up his warm-up tosses, let's take a look at his Sox defense, brought to you by Majestic Athletics. It's the usual suspects in the outfield, Dawson, Winfield, and Jackson. The infield is Sandberg, Piarulo, Mattingly, and Brett. They're catching the balls and strikes for New York, Ron Hesse. Here's Jason Hayward, hitting at .333. 7 home runs, a couple of runs batted in. And the first pitch by the knuckleballer is a strike, 0-1. Look at George Brett, manning third base. The 0-1. And that's deep to right field. That could be problems. Tailing away from Jackson. It's going to be off the wall. And Hayward's on his way to second, thinking about 3. He will stay at second. A leadoff double for Jason Hayward. And just like that, the Cubs have the tying run in scoring position. So Chris Bryant, who homered last night, will step in here as the potential go-ahead run, hitting at .344 with 9 homers and 31 runs batted in. A double for Hayward, a man's at second base already. First pitch to Chris, swing and a miss, strike 1. That's Hayward's 15th double of the season so far. The 0-1 went there and grounded it. They'll keep the runner at second base. That's out number 1 recorded. Good play by Pags to get to that ball. So Bryant does not do the job. The runner does not advance to another base. So the meat of this order is coming up for Chicago. And the batter will be none other than Anthony Rizzo. He's been sensational in this series. Yesterday a little bit quiet though. But nevertheless, so far so good. First pitch to Anthony, reached for that one and swung on a miss. 0-1. The 0-1 to Rizzo. Out is inside, just inside. 1-1. One pitch. That's hit the other way, deep to left field, and Winfield's going to turn and watch. So long, farewell, the Cubs have a 2-1 lead. Anthony Rizzo continues his torturing method against the New York White Sox pitching staff and shows what he can do. It's a 2-run shot the other way, and the Cubs have a 2-1 lead. That ball was smoked. The knuckleball just hanged way too far in there, and Rizzo deposited into the bleachers in left field. And a good hand reception from Hayward and Kyle Schwarber. Cubs have some smiles here, trying to avoid the sweepness. So far, so good in the first. No doubter for Anthony. He knew it was gone. I didn't think it was going to go, but it did. And it's a 2-1 Cubs lead, and now here's Kyle Schwarber. With 1 out and 2 runs in, and the base is empty. That's outside 1-0. Schwarber hitting at .233 with 10 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Cubs 2, Sox 1. The 1-0 delivery. Yeah, for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Necro set. 1-1 delivery. Fouled straight backward. Now it's 1-2. 1-2 delivery. It's a right field. Reggie coming on. Makes the catch. Out number 2. Take a look at this on replay. Nicely done. Hit right on the button. So that'll bring up Dexter Fowler. 13 for the last 16 so far in this stretch. 2 outs, 2 runs in, and the base is empty. Outside 1-0. One and 0 is the count on Dexter. The pitch by Necro. Foul straight back, 1-1. 1-1 delivery. That's too high, 2-1. Boy, he's been all over the place so far in the start of this game, Necro has. He's behind in that count, 2-1 to Fowler. And the pitch. There's a strike, and the count is now even at 2-2 to the dismay of Fowler. Two-two delivery. Struck him out right down the pipe. Dexter doesn't agree. No avail. He loses that talk. At the end of 1, the Cubs have a 2-1 lead thanks to Rizzo's 2-run shot the other way. We march on to the top of the second, and Hesse steps in. 396 average, 21 home runs, a ton runs batted in. He's been struggling. They're trying to get off the snide. The manager said he was going to give him a day off, but Hesse said, no way. I'm going to break out of this slump myself. And he pops it up. First base side, heading towards the Cubs bullpen and the seats. It was going to stay, though, in the yard for Hayward, and there's one down. I know Hesse knows he may have missed this pitch to drive out of the ballpark. He knows it. Look at the frustration on Ronnie there. So 1 down, and I'll bring up Andre Dawson, hitting at .337 with 9 homers and 23 runs batted in. Former Chicago Cub from the 80s to 90s. 2-1, Chicago leads the Sox. Lester set at the belt. And the pitch. Chopped that one to second. Picked up by Zobrist, 2 down. He's George Brett hitting at .350 with 14 home runs and 32 runs batted in. His on-base percentage at a whopping .401. He hit a home run last night into right field. Out of Wrigley Field, as a matter of fact. Potential tying run at the plate. 2 outs, bases empty, 2-1 Cubs. And the pitch by Lester. Popped him up again. Looked like the same pitch that Hesse was trying to go deep for. It's going to be caught by Rizzo's side retired. No hits, no runs. We played 2.5. It is making 1.5. It is 2-1. Sox are down against the Cubs. Addison Russell steps in, hitting at .270 with 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in. We go to the bottom of the second, and a 2-1 Cubs lead as a strike. 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on a miss, 0-2. The pitch to Russell. Down to third, base hit down the left field line, just past the grasp of George Brett and Russell's arm for the Cubs to lead off the second inning. Take a look at this base hit on replay. Just out of the grasp of George. So a man's at first. And we'll say the name of this batter in a moment. Looks like Miguel Montero, and it is. He takes the strike, 0-1. 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in, average at 191. The pitch on the way. Outside, 1-1. One delivery, runner goes, but fouled away. We'll do it again. Now it's 1-2. 1-2 delivery to Montero. He struck him out swinging. Out another K to today for Necro, and that's a big out to get. One down. And then the batter, the runner Russell still at first. He's Ben Zobrist. Here you look at his splits between home and road. He does well on the road, but does not do good at home. But it's still early, that can change. Runner will go. Line, they're going to get another play. Nicely turned. Double play, side retired. Nothing across after one in man is stranded. End of 2, 2-1, Cubs lead. Former Cub Ryan Sandberg steps in, 300 average, 7 home runs, and 15 runs batted in. Getting his first start in a while. He'll lead off here in the top of the third in a 2-1 Cubs lead. And the pitch by Lester on the ground, foul, strike one. The 0-1 delivery. Hit on the ground towards the shortstop. That's Russell with the flip and the throw. And the out recorded at first, one down. Well, the upcoming schedule, pretty easy you would say, the way the Twins and the Orioles are playing. The road trip continues, and then the Metropolis Mariners come into town. We'll have the 2-game field right here on the Sox Baseball Network Friday and Saturday. So, looking forward to that. Here's Phil Necro. Still has not recorded a hit this year. We're going to change that right now. 0-1 is the count.
Still going, Mom. I can see it going. I got 12 in my...
0-1 on Necro. And the pitch. That's hit in the air to left center. And that's going to go over the head of the outfielder Schwarber. And Necro's going to have himself possibly a hit or an error. We shall see. That ball should have been caught. From the naked eye, I thought Carl Schwarber was going to get to that ball. Instead, it goes over his head. He just misplayed it. Let's see. Oh, he clearly missed that ball. That's got to be either a double or an error. Either way, the tying run is on base for Tags, and they'll rule that an error. Tying run at second base. The pitch. Went too far, strike one. Tags off the ball game with our first pitch home run. That's the only scoring so far for the White Sox. 2-1 Cubs lead. Lester set. And the 0-1. There's a high fly ball deep to right field. Back is Hayward, still going back on the track of the wall. It's gone. So long, farewell. Tags strikes again. His second home run of the ball game, and the Sox take the lead, 3-2. So the error delivered by Carl Schwarber hurts the Cubs as Necro comes in to score, waiting for Pagliarulo to come and greet him. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Mike Pagliarulo, this butt's for you. 3-2 New York. That ball was tattooed. I didn't know if that ball was going to carry out, though. Hayward kept on going and going and going, and the ball kept on going. And the end result, it went into the seats. And another end result, that's Pagliarulo's second home run of the game and his 16th of the year as Manley went too far, strike one. So Pagliarulo 3, Chicago 2. Lester set. The 0-1 delivery to Mattingly. There she goes. High and deep to right center. Forget about it. So long, farewell, back to back. And Mattingly strikes again against the Cubs as well. His third home run here in Wrigley. And the Sox extend their lead to 4-2. And once again, fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Preston Mattingly, this bud's for you. He's been red hot against the Cubs so far in this series. Getting a Glenn reception from Winfield. This one was tattooed, no doubt about this one. Mattingly knew it, so did Fowler and Hayward, and so did Lester. 4-2 New York. So Mattingly getting hot. Pags continues to stay hot. Now here's Winfield, who grounds it to short. Russell with the throw, got his man. And they're 2 away. Here's Reggie Jackson, who struck out his last time up. 2 outs and 3 runs in. A 2-run shot by Pags, and then a solo shot by Mattingly. Whoa, Reggie went too far, strike 1. He wanted that one, but that pitch just fooled him. He knows it too. Look at him shake his head a lot. He knew he swung on a pitch that fooled him completely. 0-1 is the count. The pitch. He got fooled again, 0-2.
Please win, Cubs.
0-2 pitch on the way, down low 1-2, and he kept his composure on that one. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Jackson. Swung on and missed on a high fastball. He struck out twice here today. Side retired, but not before the Sox scored 3 runs. 2 off the bat of Pags and 1 off the bat of Mattingly. Mill to third. 4-2, New York leads. John Lester steps in, hitting at 176 with no home runs and 1 run batted in. 4-2, Sox lead. A 2-run cushion for Necro at the moment. There's a strike, and the count is 0-1. The 0-1 to John. Fouled straight back, 0-2. The stretch by Phil. The 0-2 delivery. Ground ball to first. Mattingly takes care of it. 1 away. Well, the countdown to Super Bowl 7 continues here on W.O.N. YouTube as production day is quickly approaching. June 19th, the project will be filmed and will be released July 7th on our sister channel, WONU 5.4 YouTube, July 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we are looking forward to bringing you the 7th installment of this Supergirl Underwater Pearl fan film series, the 9th Superheroine World series between us and the good folks at MMP Studios. Jason Hayward at the plate takes the 0-1 and lifts it deep to right field. Jackson going back, way back, but it is gone. And the Cubs are within 1. It's 4-3 New York. As Jason Hayward hits it into the basket seats over in right field in Wrigley. And the Cubs are not down and out. They're down 4-3. Well, Rizzo, the big boy, hit a 2-run shot early in the first. And now here in the third, Hayward joins the party with a solo shot of his own. And boy, that ball was tattooed and was going a long way. Look at a hanging knuckleball right there, and he deposited it into right field. So it's a 4-3 ball game. And Chris Bryant, a potential tying run, is at the plate right now. Fouls it back, strike 1. 1 out, a run is in. 4-3, White Sox lead the Cubs. Fouled straight back again, 0-2. 0-2 delivery to Bryant, and that's in the seats. Oh, 2 again. Struck him out swinging at another K to Necro's day. There's 2 away. So here's Anthony Rizzo, who did the damage back in the first. The 2-run shot to left field. He's the potential tying run at the plate. The pitch. Strike, 0-1. 0-1 delivery to Rizzo into left center. He's on again. Boy, the Sox just cannot figure out how to get Rizzo out. He's on his way to second. The throw comes in lazily by Dawson, and the tying run is in score position for Chicago. Another good piece hitting by Anthony Rizzo. Another hanging knuckleball, it looked like. And he swashed it to left center for extra bases. So the tying run now at second base for Kyle Schwarber. And the pitch. Rips it foul, strike 1. The 0-1 to Kyle. Another foul ball into the Cubs bullpen. No, look at the Sox bullpen. Have to look out for that one. The 0-2 on the way. Rip foul, will do it again. 0-2 delivery. Struck him out swinging. Nice piece of work delivered by Negro, but not before Jason Hayward crushes one to right and makes it a 4-3 Sox lead at the end of 3. Here's Ron Hassey, who flew out his last time up back in the second inning. 4-3 Sox lead here in the top of the 4th here at Wrigley. And the pitch by Lester, another pop-up. Boy, he got fooled for the second time on the same pitch into right field, and Hayward is there for out number 1. He's thinking home run, and he keeps missing him. Here's Andre Dawson. Sox lead by 1. 1 out for delivery. There she goes. High drive, deep left field. Kissing goodbye. So long, farewell. What a shot by Andre Dawson. And the Sox extend their lead to 2. It's 5-3. Boy, did he absolutely crush that one. And fans, once again, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Andre Dawson, this Bud for you. That is the 4th home run hit in this game by the Sox, a total of 6 when you combine the Cubs 2 and the Sox 4. Tags has 3, Mattingly has 1, and now Dawson has 1. And the Sox have a 5-3 lead. No doubt about that one, folks. That went a long way to the last row of the seats in left field. That's home run number 10, I believe, of Dawson. Now here's George Brett, who fouls it away, strike 1. No action in the Cubs bullpen as of yet, or in the Sox bullpen as of yet. But that can all change. Brett chops this one to first. Rizzo, nobody's covering first until Lester, and Lester just beat out Brett. And there are 2 down, to the dismay of George Brett there. Here's another former Cub, Ryan Sandberg. Lester set at the belt. 2-out pitch on the way. High fastball swung on a mid, strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. And it's rounded to third. That's Bryant. And that's the inning, but not before Andre Dawson. Cubs won almost out of the stadium into the last row of Wrigley Field. In the middle of the 4th is the Sox 5 and the Cubs 3. Dexter Fowler leads off the bottom of the 4th with his club now down by 2. And Phil Niekro on the mound, nursing that 2-run lead for New York, inside 1-0. One-0 pitch to Dexter Fowler to Mattingly. He's got it. 1 away. So Fowler retired for the 2nd time in his ball game. Now bring up Addison Russell, who singled back in the 2nd inning. Speed runner, pretty good hitter too. 1-out delivery to Russell. Fouled away. That one was coming in on him too. 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 to Russell. Hit deep to left field, down the line, toward the pole, but foul. 0-2 is the count. And Niekro and the Sox got away with that one. Another swing and a miss, he struck him out. So quickly 2 down, had another K to Niekro's day. So far so good for Phil. And I'll bring up Miguel Montero, who's 0 for 1 here today. Struck out back in the 2nd inning. The pitch went too far. No, here's the ball. 1-0 is the count on Montero. And the pitch again. Strike, 1-1. One delivery. Chop foul, and now it's 1-2. One-two pitch. On the ground to Pags. That's short. Side retired. Nothing across. We go to the 5th inning with the Sox on top of the Cubs. 5-3 here from historic and beautiful Wrigley Field on the north side of Chicago. Well, Phil Niekro, they say ground out, but it was a fly ball error. Doesn't matter. They say 0 for 1. I don't know why they're saying 0 for 1, but oh well. He'll lead off here and ground it up the middle. Base hit in the left center. That's a clean single. Just past the dive of Russell. Boy, the Sox pitchers have been pretty good with the bat. Saw Morris last night do the job, and now Niekro's done the job twice. And here's Pags, who's gone deep twice. A solo shot back in the first, a 2-run shot back in the third. And here he is with a man at first again. Nobody out here in the 5th. And that one is hit high in the air to right. This will stay in the yard, you would think. It will, as Hayward makes the catch, and the count is now 1 out. Pags knows he missed his pitch, and he's disappointed. I'll bring up Mattingly, 1 for 2 with a solo home run in the 3rd inning. Went back-to-back with Pags. The infield is in, the outfield's normal for the Cubs. For a potential double play situation. 1-out pitch on the way. Mattingly hits it over the head of Rizzo into right field. An accidental swing. And he gets a hit out of it. Holy cow. When you're going good, you're going good. That was unexpected. A swinging accidental bunt for Mattingly. He's on. And brings the meat of this order up, and that's Dave Winfield. Winfield's grounded out twice here today, 0 for 1. The infield is in for potential double play. The outfield is deep. First and second occupied, 1 out. The pitch by Lester. On the ground to third, double play ball. There's 1, and there's 2, side retired. 2 hits becomes double play. Everybody's a race. We're halfway through at Wrigley. It's the Sox 5 and the Chicago Cubs 3. We're now going to pause for station identification.
Dear Supergirl, I wanted to send you a note to let you know how much I admired your courage revealing your true identity to me last Saturday night. It also showed me how much you want this relationship to work and signals that you want to take it to the next level. I'm not looking for anything in return except for your love and commitment. I do have 2 surprises for you, but in order to find out the surprise, you're going to have to come over to my house and meet me at the pool. I have a surprise that you'll never forget. Love you. Sincerely, your secret admirer.
Carlton Fisk calls all my pitches. Even this one for these washable, durable White Sox placemats from your hometown Pizza Hut restaurants. Oh, yeah. Just order any Pizza Hut pizza and get a set of 2 White Sox placemats for just 89 cents. There are 4 White Sox placemats in all, and they're available only at your hometown Pizza Hut restaurants. Hey, what's that? Fork ball. Fork ball? I don't even have a fork ball. Where'd you learn to catch?
Greetings, I'm Spud Goodman, an alleged talk show host. Coincidentally, my show is named after me.
And I am Gerald Holcomb, a confirmed co-host on Spud's show.
And I'm Dorothy Jarvis, Spud's aunt. I'm the designated laugher on his show.
I'm supposed to say, a word or 2 or maybe 3 about 920 WON, the Apple, in Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, Spud, would this be a good time for me to say something?
No, it would not. We're almost out of time here.
Wait, how about a quick chuckle?
All right.
That's the best I got right now.
Hashtag sad. All right, everyone needs to check out 920 WON, the Apple, coming at you from Brooklyn, New York. Ciao.
This is the Spud Goodman Show.
Back at Wrigley Field, Ben Zobrist will lead off here in the 5th inning with his team down 5-3. Yours truly, John Rios. Glad you joined us for Sox 17 here on the Sox Baseball Network, powered by MLB The Show. Glad you're watching our YouTube Gamecast once again in our final year doing these games via the PlayStation 3 system. The hope is to upgrade to PS4 before next year, but we shall see. Up the middle, past the dive of Sandberg into center field. And Zobrist is on with a seeing eye single. So Zobrist is on, and I'll bring up the potential time run, Ron Lester, who's 0 for 1 here today, grounded out back in the third inning. The runner may go. He's going to show bunt, puts it down nicely, and foul, strike one. Will he show bunt again? He will, and pop it. That's a fair ball. He dropped. And they get the out because if it would have been caught, it could have been a double play, but they weren't able to catch that ball. Instead, they'll get one out. The runner moves to second base. And now bring up Jason Hayward. They're marked as a sacrifice, 3-4. Now you have a situation, and they're going to walk Hayward? That is a gutsy call. And that'll set up a potential double play. We hope that strategy does not backfire because now you have the tying runs on base and the go-ahead run coming up. And it's Chris Bryant who's 0 for 2. The infield is in, the outfield is normal. The pitch to Bryant. Strike taken, 0-1. That is a gutsy call by Cash and a foul ball, 0-2. 0-2 again to Bryant outside. 1-2 on Bryant against Necro. First and second, one down. Sox gambling here. And that's another foul ball. 1-2 delivery. And that's going to be a fair ball or a foul ball. It's a foul ball again. That fooled Bryant completely. The pitch again. Into right field. It's going to be problems. Reggie turning around. Makes the running catch. The runner will go to third. And the runner will retreat to first. So first and third, 2 outs. The sacrifice does work. Moves the runner to third base. That was a close one. Now you have Anthony Rizzo. Do you want to walk him? The pickoff. Not in time. Dangerous batter to face. And a foul ball, strike one. Into the Sox bullpen, as you see, is working. Dennis Eckersley and Riley Fingers are in the bullpen. Popped up! Right on the pitcher's mound. Necro will take his sweet time. He'll make the catch, side retired. So the intentional walk works and doesn't bite the Sox. 10-5, Sox 5, Cubs 3. Well, Reggie Jackson, who's had a tough afternoon, 0 for 2, has struck out twice against Lester, who's still in this game. As we reach the 6th inning of play here in Wrigley Field, as Jackson went too far, strike one.
Get him down now.
It'll be an 0-1. And the pitch to Jackson. Whoa, he's way out in front of that one. He looks lost at the plate. 1-2, or he get 0-2 on Jackson. Lester starts throwing it right by Reggie. Well, that's hit hard and foul. He was laying on that one. He wanted to sit dead red on that and pull it deep, but instead he pulled it foul. 0-2 to Reggie inside, and you appreciate that. Look at him mumble. One and 2 on Jackson. And the pitch. And there she goes. He gets his revenge. Deep to right. That's headed to the street. So long, farewell. He bashed one. Mr. October once again puts on a show. That ball bounced in back into the park. A monster shot for Reggie. He didn't like that pitch that almost hit him. And he takes advantage and hits it to the street. Solo shot for Reggie. And it's now 6-3 Sox lead. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run. Hey, Reggie Jackson, this bud for you. Holy cow, did he destroy that ball. Let's take a look and see where this ball landed. That hit something and bounced back in the stadium. hit the gates. It almost exited the stadium. Lester's going to be out this game. We're going to keep it here as the pitching change will be it. Oh, that's disrespect. Lester's coming out the game, cannot be happy. He did work 6 innings, which gave the Cubs a lot of breathing room for the bullpen, but unfortunately the bullpen's going to have to work. Neil Ramirez will be the pitcher. He had to work. There's a lot of work done. For Reggie, that's home run number 20. He's one shy behind this guy, Hesse, who leads the team in the majors with 21. He's had a tough afternoon. 0 for 2 has flown out on pitches that he thinks were home run pitches. He's ahead though, 1-0. Ramirez set. The pitch. There's a strike, going 1-1 is the count. One delivery. Did he go around to appeal? Whoa, they say he did. 1-2 on Hesse. One-two delivery to Hesse. A little looper into center field, falling fast. It's gonna be caught. Holy cow! What a catch! Dexter Fowler committed highway robbery. Huge out for the Cubs. And it's the second out, and Hesse falls to 0-3. So now Dawson will be the batter and hit one to center. That'll stay in the yard. Dexter Fowler under this one, and he will put it away for out number 3, but not before Jackson. Is that number 3? No, it's out number 2. My mistake. I thought it was 3 outs. So here's George Brett. What a catch by Dexter Fowler. That ball looked to fall in for a base hit, but it was caught by Dexter on the diving catch. So now here's the pitch to George Brett. Accidental swings. Strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. On the ground to second. Cobras, the first side retired. Good catch by Fowler, but still the Sox get a run thanks to Mr. October's bomb to right. Knocks Lester out the game, Mill to 6. Sox 6, Cubs 3. Kyle Schwarber, who is 0 for 2, struck out in line. Now he'll lead off here in the 6th with his Cub down by 3. Necro still on the mound. The bullpen for the Sox is at work. That's lifted to left center, carrying a long way, and off the basket it will go. Right in front of Dawson. And Schwarber's on with a leadoff double for Chicago. Well, that ball was bashed. And here's Dexter Fowler, who created a tremendous catch in center field a half inning ago. Fouls this one away, strike 1. 6-3 New York against the Cubs. The pitch on the way to Fowler, their first strike 2 call. That's work so far for Necro at the moment. And a drive to right field. Kyle Schwarber will stay right where he is as Reggie made the catch through the home. Don't know why, but nonetheless, Kyle stays at second base. Addison Russell now the batter. 1 for 2 with a single a few innings ago. Takes a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 on the way to Russell. Oh, he was way out in front. He was looking for a 2-run shot there. Instead, he whiffs. 0-2 is the count. The pitch by Necro. Another foul ball. Again, the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Not another K to Phil's day. 2 down. That pitch was high and high heat there. So that'll bring up Miguel Montero. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. 2 outs, 1 on. 6-3 New York against the Chicago Cubs. There's a strike, 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 on the way. Pulled on the ground to Preston Mattingly at first. He'll take care of it, side retired. One hit, a man is stranded at second base. We played 6 at Wrigley. It's the Sox 6 and the Cubs 3. 6-7-0 for the Sox, 3-7-1 for the Cubs. The big story, Pagliarulo going deep twice. Jason Hayward going deep, and Phil Niekro so far so good. 5 total strikeouts. Here's the Rhino, Ryan Sandberg. 0 for 2 here today, grounded out twice. Neil Ramirez still on the mound, out of the bullpen for the Cubs. First pitch on the way. Into center field, well hit, going back is Fowler. Still going back on the warning track, looking up, it's gone! Solo farewell into the mesh. The Rhino hits one into dead center field, and the Sox extend their lead to 4. They're up 7-3. That's 2 former Cubs wearing Sox uniforms taking the Cubs deep. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox hits a home run. Hey, Ryan Sandberg, this bud's for you. 7-3 Sox lead. To the naked eye, it looked like a normal routine fly ball, but nothing's routine here on the north side. That ball went pretty far. So Sandberg is on, and we're going to have a double switch, it looks like. We'll keep it here. The manager talking to the home plate umpire. The Ramirez will come out the game. But who's going to come into the game in the outfield? Looks like it'll be infield, outfield. We shall see in just a moment. It's going to be Ryan Martin who will come in for the Cubs. Don't know who's going to come in the field. We'll find out later on. Niekros hit the ball hard twice. The first one an error, and the other one was a solid base hit. He takes a strike, 0-1, by the way. The 0-1 to Niekro, swing and a miss, 0-2. To delivery. Hit hard, base hit, he's on again. Into center field, a seeing eye single for Niekro. His second hit of the ball game, technically third, but is his second solid one of the afternoon, and the top of the order's coming up for the Sox. Boy, he almost took the head off of Martin. Well, Sam Dyson will come in now for the Cubs to pitch to this fella, Mike Pagliarulo, who has gone deep twice. He threw out his last time up. Man's at first, nobody out. A run is in. Foul away, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Another chopper foul. Boy, it looks like Sam is pitching him down low, and Pags is fouling him off. He's behind 0-2. The pitch by Dyson. On the ground to first, could be 2. No, it will not be 2, it'll only be 1, as Pagliarulo flew in like Superman to first. He's safe. Fielder's choice, and the man's out at second. Man safe at first, and here's Mattingly, who homered earlier, a dead center field shot, a right center field job. Outside, 1-0 on Mattingly. Pags taking a short lead to no avail. One and 0 is the count. The pitch. Mattingly flies it to left center field. Going back is Kyle Schwarber. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. And now bring up Dave Winfield. Winfield, tough day. Last time up, hit into a double play. He's 0 for 3 here today with 3 ground outs in a row. Pitch by Dyson. Oh, that's hit to left center field. And Fowler can't get to it. It is over his head. And Winfield will scoot into second with a stand-up double. He snaps his 0 for 3 day. And the big boy, Reggie Jackson, coming in. The question is, will they intentionally walk him to face Ron Hansey? The answer is no. So 2 RBIs on the table for Jackson here. His club already up 7-3. There's a strike, 0-1 to the dismay of Reggie. The 0-1 on the way. Line to right field, down the line. That's going to possibly score at least one. It'll only score one. It's 8-3 New York. Give Reggie an RBI single on that one. As Piarulo scores, and Pedro Strop will come in. And Ron Hesse, who's 0 for 3 in a struggle today and last night as well, will come in to hit. RBI chance, Finn. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, 8-3 New York. Up the middle, base hit. It's 9-3 New York as Whitfield comes in to score. First and second, 2 outs. So Hesse finally gets off the snide and drives in an RBI with the single. Bring up Andre Dawson, 1 for 3 with a solo home run back in the 4th inning. Sox trying to put this game away, now up by 5 runs. First and second, 2 outs. And Dawson fouls it back, try to clear them all there with that swing. Dawson high fastball, swing and a miss, 0-2. On the ground to short. Russell will get the flip to second, side retire, but not before the Sox get a couple of runs, including a Rhino home run. Time to stretch at Wrigley. Sox 9, Cubs 3. Ben Zobrist leads off the bottom of the 7th inning, 1 for 2 here today. Necro still on the mound. Good pitch count so far for the big man. Takes a strike, 0-1. He's also had an outstanding day, not only on the mound, but at the plate with a couple of hits. 0-2 now on Ben. The 0-2 delivery. Another foul ball. We'll do it again. 0-2, another foul ball. This may run up his pitch counts to areas you don't want to be in. Ground ball past Mattingly into right field. Roberts is on with a clean single. And the batter will be Luis Sardina, who comes in for Russell. So Russell's out the game. That was the double switch, and that's not going to help. This is going to be a double play. Pags and Mattingly. No, they stay safe at first. Borderline call, but a no avail. Fielder's choice. And there's one down instead of 2 for Jason Hayward. Pitch. Inside, 1-0. Again inside, 2-0. And Necro all of a sudden, he's past 80 pitches, can't find the plate. Now he does, strike 1. The 2-1 delivery. Popped him up. Left field. Near the Cubs bullpen. It's going to be Winfield who makes the catch for out number 2. They'll bring up Chris Bryant. 2 outs. Man's at first. 8-3 New York. The pitch. Strike, 0-1. Eckersley and Riley Fingers warming in the Sox bullpen. 0-2 now is the count. The pitch. Popped him up behind the plate. Will it stay in the yard? Hesse right near the Sox dugout, and he got it! Holy cow, what a play by Ron Hesse. Side retired. As we pause for station ID, the Sox lead 9-3. Wow!
Don't try to talk. You're not able to. I've injected you with a serum that will not only put you under my control, it gives you superpowers beyond belief. They are powers that give you the ability to destroy anything.
I'm actually Superwoman. I can bend steel with my bare hands, run faster than a speeding bullet. I'm able to fly and leap tall buildings in a single bound. So this girl thinks she's Supergirl. I'm way stronger, more beautiful, more powerful. There's only room for one Supergirl in this town, and that's me. She'll figure that out in due time. Oh, where is that coming from? I think it's coming from underneath the water. You are not going to get away with this. I make sure of that. Whoever's doing this is sick. You're sick.
How about that catch by Hesse as we begin the 8th inning? And George Brett will be the batter. Pedro Strop still on the mound for Chicago. And has a high fly to right field and foul. And Brett knew he missed it. No balls, one strike on Brett. Went too far, strike two. Nothing in two is the count. And the pitch down low, 1-2. Fast-paced game so far. We're in the 8th inning. One, two, up the middle. He reached for that one. Grandina will get the ball out, and there's one down. Look at the starters comparisons. Well, Nico's in the lead for that despite 3 earned runs, but 6 strikeouts. But he's heading into possibly his 8th and possibly his final inning of work. It depends on what happens here. Here's Ryan Stamper from Homer to dead center. His last time up and rips one to right field for another hit. See if they'll pitch it for Necro here. No, he's going to take a swing. He's 2 for 3 today, so he'll hit, which means he's coming in for the 8th inning, you would think. The infield is in, the outfield is normal. Reach for that one, 0-1. Hey, look at the team total hits. Sox with 13. The Cubs with 8. But what counts is the score. 8-3 New York leads the Cubs. Pick off, not in time. The 0-1 delivery to Necro into deep center field. Back is Fowler, still going back at the wall. It's gone! Necro for the 2nd year in a row hits a home run. This time a 2-run shot, and the Sox hit double digits. It's 10-3. Holy cow, are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, he can do it all. And fans, you know what happens every time a Sox gets a home run? Of all people, hey, Phil Necro, this bud for you. He tortured that ball. A 3 for 4 afternoon for the pitcher, the knuckleballer, Phil Necro. He had 1 or 2 last year, and now he hits his first of the season. He knocks Pedro Strop out the game and now brings in Adam Warren. How about Phil Necro? Tags line to the right. That's a base hit. So his afternoon continues to be good. When you surrender a home run to the pitcher, you know you're having a bad stretch. Wow. Unexpected. Here's Justin Grimm now coming in. So that bullpen is getting drained. By the way, I said 10-3 is actually 11-3. So my error on that one. Here's Mattingly, who takes it inside, 1-0. Mattingly 2 for 4. That's what you saw before we cut to the regular thing. Quick worker is Jason Grimm. Man's at first, 1 out. Mattingly shattered his bat. It goes right back to the pitcher, and Mattingly is out. Boy, I'll tell you what, Jason Grimm almost threw away that one. Coming up, Dave Winfield, 1 for 4 with a double and a run. And to second base with 2 outs. A couple of runs in on the home run by Phil Niekro. And a high pop up into center field. Dexter Fowler onto this one to put it away. Side retire, but not before. Phil Niekro hits a bomb. And in the middle of the 8th, it's the Sox 11 and the Cubs 3. Anthony Rizzo leads off here with his Cubs down by 11-3. And the man who just hit the home run is on the mound, throws the ball 1-0. What a day for Phil Niekro. Popped up into right field. Can of corn for Reggie. He's under this one. He'll put it away for out number 1. So Rizzo is out. And now bring up Kyle Schwarber. Niekro set the 1-out delivery inside 1-0. As he approaches 100 pitches, we're interested to see he will come in for the 9th inning. That's accidental swing, 1-1. Niekro working fast here in the 8th inning. That's popped up foul. That'll stay and go into the seats. One-two to Kyle. Another foul ball. One-two delivery. Another foul ball. He's approaching 100 pitches, but quick. Again to 1-2, and a fly ball to left field. Winfield don't have to move much. He makes the catch, 2 away. Bring up Dexter Fowler. The pitch. Strike, going 1, and he's one shy of 100, a couple shy of 100 pitches. The pitch to Fowler. It's too high. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. And this pitch coming. Will be pitch number 100. Will he make it good? We shall see. 2-1. He does. Deep left field. That's going to go. Home run for Dexter Fowler. Solo shot now makes an 11-4 ball game. Cash cannot be pleased. So this will most likely be it for Niekro, you would think. As Dexter Fowler runs across the bases faster than a speeding bullet. He gets a glad hand reception from his third base coach. And it's an 11-4 ball game. Still a lot of work to do for the Cubs, but this could be it for Niekro after this inning. We shall see what the manager Cash will do. Here's the home run. Hit the other way to left field. And it just carried out of here. That ball was going to go someplace. The question was it going to hit off the ivy or go in the stands. Instead, it's went in the stands. And it's a home run. And here's Jorge Soler, who will pitch hit for the pitcher spot. Pitch 1-1 on the way. Strike taken. The 0-1, 0-2 now. So 4 earned runs delivered by Niekro. 4 of them charged, actually. 0-2 on Soler. And the pitch. We'll do it again. Well, he's over 100 pitches. That's one thing. 0-2 delivery into center. Can of corn for Dawson, you hope. Under this one, puts it away, side retired by number 4, Dexter Fowler. It's a home run to left field. At the end of 8, it's the Sox 11 and the Cubs 4. Hector Rondon, the beleaguered Cubs bullpenner, will come in to pitch against this tough Sox lineup. He'll be going up against Reggie Jackson, the 2 for 4 with a home run and a single. 2 RBIs driven in, I believe, here today. And the pitch on the way. Fouled that one, strike 1. Oh, 1 on Reggie. And the pitch by Rondon. Right to right field. He's on again. 3rd hit of the ball game for Reggie. Good start to the 9th inning, and here comes Ron Hesse, who drove in an RBI single up the middle his last time up. Sox 11, Cubs 4. In the final game of this series, Sox just 3 outs away from the sweep. Jackson a short lead from first, not much. Rondon is set. The pitch on the way to Hesse. He tried to go to the next state with that one. 0-2. 0-1 is the count. Oh, 1 pitch. Outside. Make it inside. 1-1 to dismay of the fans here at Wrigley. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rondon set at the belt, getting the sign from Montero. He's ready. 1-1 pitch. Into left field, another hit for Hesse. First and second now, nobody out for the Sox here in the 9th inning. Solid hit for Hesse here. Take a look at this on replay if we can. We will. Solid opposite field hit. 12-4 against the Sox. Dennis Eckersley will come in the pitch for the Sox, getting some work in. Raleigh Fingers did the same thing last night and struck out the side. Miguel Montero will be the batter to lead off the 9th inning. Sox 12, Cubs 4. That's outside, 1-0. Eckersley's 1-0 delivery on the way to Montero. Ground ball to Mattingly. He's there. 1 down, and the Sox are 2 outs away from the 4-game sweep. Here's Ben Zobrist for 2 for 3 here today. 2 singles, and that's it. Outside, 1-0 by Eckersley. 1-0 delivery. Fouled away into the stands, apparently, and now it's 1-1 on Zobrist. The pitch. Strike. And now the count is now 1-2. We'll be on the air Friday and Saturday night from the stadium. This is the Sox versus the Metropolis Mariners. We'll be on SoxNet right here on YouTube, so tune in. It'll be a wild one possibly as Zobrist swings and misses, strikes out. And the Cubs are down to their final out. And the Sox are 1 out away from taking this 4-game series and sweeping the Chicago Cubs, both in New York and Chicago. So the last hope is the shortstop batting for the Cubs. That's fouled away into the stands. Yes, strike 1. Eckersley ahead 0-1. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and now the Cubs are down to their final strike. Sox lead by a ton, are just 1 strike away from the victory and the sweep. It'll be an 0-2. Eckersley set. The pitch on the way. He struck him out swinging. Ball game over. Sox win it. This one's in the books. The Sox sweep the Cubs 4-0. 2 in New York and here in Chicago. And single-handedly bashed the Cubs offensively. Today, the score this time is 12-4. That's your final. Phil Niekro improves to 6-1. He had a tremendous day on the mound. Most importantly, he had a tremendous day at the plate with a couple of hits, including a home run. And the Cubs have to regroup as they play another game tomorrow, but this was not a good series for Chicago at all. Eckersley retires the Cubs 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the ninth. And for the Cubs and for the Sox, you have to be pretty happy about your performance, especially if you're a Sox fan. Sox improve. Del Negro improves. Pagliarulo again, 2 home runs today. Reggie joined the party as well, along with Sandberg and the rest, as the Sox win it 12-4 in Wrigley. So, while we're wrapping this up, time to tell you today's player of the game is Mike Pagliarulo. 6 at-bats, 3 hits, including 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. Tremendous day. He's had a tremendous series. Mike Pagliarulo is today's top baseball bubblegum card player of the game. Be sure to join us Friday and Saturday night at 7 from the stadium as the Sox take on the Metropolis Mariners. We'll have it for you on SoxNet YouTube. And don't forget, mark your calendars. Production date for Supergirl 7 is June 19th. You can follow us on Facebook to see the exclusive behind-the-scenes photos and screenshots. And remember, it debuts July 7th. So for our entire SoxNet crew, powered by MLB The Show, this is yours truly, John Rios, hoping your game is a good game. Final score from the north side of Chicago, the Sox 6 and the Cubs 4. So long, everybody. We'll see you on Friday.